and welcome to Blockchain Gaming World Daily with me, John Jordan. So the news we're looking at today is about Network Studios. So Network Studios is a US-based game developer. It's actually been around for quite a while, and it sort of started out making free-to-play mobile games. So you can see some games sort of game screens moving around here. So this game here, Legendary Game of Heroes, was the first game it put out, and still its sort of best known game. It's a free-to-play mobile sort of card collection RPG type game, pretty hardcore, and they've been working on that game for a while. And then they sort of branched out into publishing, so they publish games from other developers, other mobile games, and they have this whole sort of network, and they've raised various amounts of money to sort of build up that system. And now, well, actually, the end of last year, like a big change happened. So we're seeing this happening throughout the games industry. That sort of blockchain is coming, and some games companies are sort of dipping their toe in, and some are jumping straight in. What happened with Network was that it basically a bit of it got acquired. So the sort of publishing technology sort of platform part got acquired by Forte, again another big US blockchain gaming platform, and they acquired that for the sort of the technology, because they built a publishing platform, which is what Forte is doing, and also for obviously the contacts and the network that network has. But they didn't want the game development bit. So the game development bit has been spun out as a separate company called Network Studios. It's about 60 people in the US on the West Coast, just around San Francisco. And so they've been announcing what they're doing. They've also raised a whole ton of money. So they've raised like $45 million. Some of that from big traditional investors, and Forte have paid some as well. So Griffin Gaming Fund have led the investment, and Kleiner Perkins and people like that are involved as well. So I guess the headline stuff is this is a well-known sort of game studio that's run for a number of years, made some sort of not massively successful not massively successful mobile games, but sort of games that have really sustained over a number of years and been sort of profitable, even if they're not like massive Supercell style hits. So they've got a really good pedigree. They've got a ton of money now, and now they're sort of talking a bit about what they're doing. So this is their new website for Network Studios. So I think they're still operating this Legendary Game of Heroes because people like to play it, and it's been going for a while. But they've announced sort of two new games here, so this is easy to see here. So Legendary Game of Heroes is non-blockchain, what we call, I guess, a Web 2 mobile game now on the app stores. And then they're doing two new ones that they've announced. So there's Legendary Heroes Unchained. So obviously that's taking the sort of the years of experience they've had operating this free-to-play mobile game and doing something on the blockchain. And then this other game, Triumph, which again is a sort of brand new IP. And we have a look at a bit more detail around that. So let's look at Triumph first. Let's see. So Triumph here, so we can see not really much detail about the game. This is I guess a sort of a mocked up sort of screenshot, I suppose. Oh, here's the game here. So sort of I guess more like a sort of squad based sort of RPG looks like. So they're calling it a cross-platform RPG. So they're showing mobile screens here. I guess it's going to work in browser as well. So team up with your friends asynchronously and in real time. So that's sort of interesting. You play against other people when they're not playing, and also sort of PvP in real time. Dozens of boss raids. You need to coordinate as a team. So it looks like the sort of team element here is going to be pretty important. You can see here sort of summons, raids, guild bosses, a whole bunch of sort of tokens, probably some crypto, some not. And this for Triumph, they're sort of saying it's sort of the best of both worlds, so best of Web3 and best of free-to-play. So a free-to-play mobile game, I'm sort of guessing you won't need to have any crypto experience. Probably it would be just like an embedded wallet here. And if you sort of a bit more experienced, you'll sort of maybe be able to sort of look after your own sort of assets with your own private keys. But that's not the focus of this game. This is more just making a really sort of a big mass market game where people own their NFTs, and there's a whole bunch of social stuff going on there, and they try and build up this sort of guild things. And we just sort of see some just from some of the sort of some of the buttons here. and I guess these are all going to be different players. So maybe you have one hero, and you sort of work out how you're going to put your sort of team together for a raid. But the point is, this is sort of like a sort of a I guess what people are calling like more a hybrid game. So it's not a hardcore crypto game. Heroes Unchained is looking like a little bit different. It's saying it's brand new, but obviously it's sort of built using the legendary sort of universe, I suppose. Collect heroes to battle gods and monsters, engage in PvP, join in epic guild versus guild events, and fight in massive wars. So you own the heroes you collect, the armies you raise, the land you fight over. So this is more sort of assets here. There's heroes, armies, and land. All of these are non-fungible tokens. So when you gain new heroes, armies, or lands, you really own them. Play with them as long as you like, sell or loan them to other players. So that sort of stuff, we sort of know blockchain games do that. The loan bit I like. I think loaning is something that we're going to see a lot more of in games. It's a really good way to get people to sort of try out really high-end cards without spending high-end money. And for the people who own those assets, they can sort of earn a bit of passive income as well. So I think that's a massively big thing. I think all blockchain games will have these sort of loan systems. And we can go to the actually website. So something you can do now, actually, you can go and register. So we can see 168,414 people have registered. So this is just pre-registration. Just put your email address in here. So you can sort of get early just get email basically when the thing goes live. You can reserve your display name, share with 5 people, and get a limited edition NFT. Be the first to know when the game's out. So when you do this, you basically get this little code that you can sort of click on. So so there's a roadmap. What's going on here? So where are we? There's a Discord. There's a dungeon crawler mini game in the Discord. People like to do those things in Discord. Whitelist competition. So obviously there's going to be a pre-sale of NFTs. So people want to get on the whitelist to buy them. Hero pre-sale, become a founder, collect the NFT by joining the drop. So that's a bit of a way off. That's Q3. That means that's going to happen probably around September, August, July, August, September is Q3. Early access. So if you have one of these NFTs, you'll get an early access to the game also in Q3. Hero pre-sale in Q4 towards the end of the year. Second early access, closed beta in Q4. So that's October, November, December. Token launching. So there's going to be a token. Earn tokens through play, buy or sell them on the exchange marketplace. So actually at this point, it's not very clear actually if you own these NFTs how you can sell them until the marketplace goes live. Maybe you do it on a third-party marketplace, open beta. So a whole roadmap going through almost a year. So a whole bunch of stuff in the FAQ as well that's worth looking at. I'm not going to go through probably all of this. This one is going to be obviously mobile, because that's what the network knows about, as well as PC and Mac over time. Built using Unity. So yeah, it's going to be pretty much on everything. They haven't mentioned, obviously it's not a white paper or anything yet, so we don't know what blockchain they're going on. I can't think that they wouldn't be using Forte, because Forte is basically invested in them and bought their sort of tech parent company. The whole point about Forte is sort of cross-platform, so it supports a whole bunch of stuff. So I think that's sort of what platform it's running on is probably a bit irrelevant at the moment. The whole point of Forte is you can sort of go on everything. I think Forte probably has its own chain as well, so we'll see how that pans out over time. There's not a great amount of visibility about exactly what Forte are doing at the moment. So I would definitely say this is not going to be like an Ethereum drop. So we have to sort of wait and see a bit more when when we actually find out how the sort of the NFTs and tokens are going live, about what blockchain it's going to be on. Yeah, there we go. So interesting stuff, and I guess this is again interesting because this is a traditional experienced mobile game developer that's now sort of filling on the blockchain. 2 games. One is Legendary Heroes Unchained, sort of quite a sort of crypto first sort of game where you have all these NFTs and you have tokens and basically that's how it works. And then the Triumph, which is a bit more maybe call it Web 2.5. I don't know, a bit of a hybrid, where it has blockchain stuff in it, but maybe not quite so to the fore. And that one will be free to play. Looking like Legendary Heroes Unchained may not be free to play. I think that will be. And let's actually see here. I don't think it mentions free to play at any point here. So anyway, it doesn't really matter if it's free to play or not. But the point is this is going to be a more sort of hardcore sort of crypto game. And I guess different types of games appeal to different sort of audiences. So there we go. So keep an eye on that. Obviously, I've registered. You can register yourself. You can register using my my referral code if you want to. That's in the comments below. But thanks for watching, and see you again soon.